All right, hey guys, welcome. This is part two from the previous video, factoring factoring quadratics with differences of squares. Okay, so in this video, I'm actually going to go over some of the examples. In the last one, I was mostly just going through the tutorial that was on there and just explaining a few things. But in this one, I'll go over some problems. Okay, to help you guys out. All right, so I've got my problems right here, as you guys can see. Um, so factor is the product of two binomials. So we want to write it as that binomial multiplication, okay? So remember what we need to do is what we can do is basically what I can say is let me find the square root of x squared, and there's a negative in between, and also the square root of 16. All right, so and if we go back and look at that previous example, how we ended up, how the sort of general form is a squared plus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. All right, so that's sort of the general form of it. Okay, so if I take this first example here, the square root of x squared is going to be x, and the square root of 16 is going to be 4. So I can write this as x plus 4, and then my other one is going to be x minus 4. All right, so and if I multiply these together, I get x squared plus 4x minus 4x minus 16. And this in the middle here, it's going to cancel out, okay? All right, so let me move on. Let me look at this bottom right one down here. So this one's a little bit different because the x squared term is second. Okay, we're going to do it the same way still, though. All right, so let's do the square root of 36 minus, and then the square root of x squared, okay? So in my parentheses here, the square root of 36 is 6. So I'm going to have 6 minus square root of x squared is x, because x times x is x squared, okay? So I'm going to have 6 minus x and 6 plus x, okay? And I can multiply these together, get my answer there. Okay, so those are the first ones. Let's go on. These problems here. So we've done some ones that are similar to these before. We've done where we had to come up with the term on the inside when we multiplied the ones on the outside. And now these are sort of the opposite. Okay, so we have the term inside, and we have one of the outsides, and our goal is to figure out what is the length, and what is the length. Okay, so the really what this is saying is 9 minus x, okay, times something. Let me make it a little bigger. Times something equals 81 minus x squared, and we have to fill in the something. All right, so what we can do is we can take the 81 minus x squared, all right, and we can factor that, and it gives us a hint. It already gives us part of the answer. So going with our a squared plus b squared equals this a plus b times a minus b, really all that we need is that we just need to fill in an opposite one. So instead of 9 minus x, this one's going to be 9 plus x. Okay, and I could prove that by factoring it. So if I do the square root of 81 minus the square root of x squared, okay, this is going to give me 9 minus x, and then I know my other terms, since these are perfect squares, it's got to be 9 plus x. Okay, so right here for this third one in the bottom right corner, all right, I have one of my terms, x minus 3 times something equals x squared minus 9. Well, this one in here, that's a difference of perfect squares. Okay, the difference is the subtraction sign, and both x squared and 9, those we can take the square roots of those. So up here I have x minus 3, and then I can just do the opposite, x plus 3. Okay? All right, moving on. So these are the problems where where there's a coefficient or a number in front of the first term, okay? But these are fine. This is not a problem for us, okay? We can approach these the same way. So instead of just doing the square root of x squared, we're going to do the square root of 25, square root of x squared, and then the square root of 16. Okay, square root of 25 is 5. Square root of x squared is x. Okay, and then square root of 16 is 4. So first one I'm going to have minus 4. And then for the other one here, 5x plus 4. Okay, because remember, one's positive, one's negative. All right, so let me go down to this one right here. So square root of 16 minus square root of 49 times, and you could put the multiplication sign there. You don't have to. Okay, up here I didn't put it, and it's still being multiplied. Okay, so square root of 16 is 4, minus square root of 49 is 7, and then square root of x squared is x. So I have 4 minus 7x. So I know for my other one, it's going to need to be 4 plus 7x. Okay, so this is factoring the differences of two squares. Hope this video helped you guys out, and let me know if you have questions. All right.